You've told me some high spots from your memories. You want to hear some of mine? Okay. Here's one. When I was aboard the Squarehead Square Rigger bound for Buenos Aires. Full moon in the trades, the old hooker driving 14 knots. I lay in the bowsprit facing astern, water foaming into spume under me. Every mast was sail white in the moonlight, towering high above me. I became drunk with the beauty and the singing rhythm of it, and for a second I lost myself. I actually lost my life. I was set free, dissolved into the sea. I became the white sails and the flying spray. I became beauty and rhythm. I became the ship and the moonlight and the high dim starred sky. I belonged, without past or future, within peace and unity and a wild joy, within something greater than my own life or the life of man, to life itself. To God, if you want to put it that way. And then another time, on the American line, when I was lookout in the crow's nest on the dawn watch. A calm sea that time. Only a lazy groundswell and the slow, drowsy roll of the ship. The passengers asleep and none of the crew in sight. No sound of man. Black smoke pouring out of the fumes beneath and behind me. Dreaming. Not keeping lookout. Feeling alone and above and apart. Watching the dawn creep like a painted dream over the sky and sea which slept together. And then the moment of ecstatic freedom came. The peace, the end of the quest, the last harbor. The joy of belonging to a fulfillment beyond man's lousy, greedy fears and hopes and dreams. And several other times, when I was swimming far out or lying alone on the beach, I've had that same experience. Become the sun, the hot sand, green seaweed anchored to a rock swaying in the tide. Like a saint's vision of beatitude. Like the veil of things as they seem, drawn back by an unseen hand, and for a second you see it. And seeing the secret are the secret. And for a second things make sense. And then the hand lets the veil fall, and you're lost, alone in the fog again, stumbling on towards nowhere for no good reason. It was a great mistake my being born a man. I would have been far more successful as a seagull or a fish. As it is, I will always be a stranger who never feels at home. Who does not want and is not really wanted. Who can never belong. Who must always feel a little in love with death.